Hey, what's up, y'all? TVH here with yet another movie review. This time I'm doing a solo review of No Hard Feelings. I got a lot to say about this one, so buckle up, get your drink, get your food, whatever you do. Sit back and chill for a minute, okay? No Hard Feelings is a R-rated raunchy comedy starring Jennifer Lawrence and Andrew Feldman. Also co-starring Laura Benanti and Matthew Broderick. We'll get into that later. But the core two, yes, those two stars, I'm just going to say it right now. They nailed it, okay? The chemistry is there. The chemistry of lack of chemistry is a better way to put it. We'll get into that, though. Premise is simple. Maddie, played by Jennifer Lawrence, is falling on hard times. She's just lost her car. She's about to lose her house. And Percy, who is this 19-year-old, quiet, introverted, shy teenager getting ready to leave for Princeton really soon, his parents decide that he needs a little mileage, you know what I'm saying, before he hits the big leagues. So they arrange for Maddie to date him.
I'm an Uber driver and I don't have a car.
Come on up.
His parents said if I, quote, date their son, they'd give me a Buick Regal.
You won't even rent your house out, but now you're gonna rent out your badge?
You have a Roadrunner tattoo covering your entire back. I don't think you should tell anybody what to do with their body.
Nope.
I'm just going to get ahead of it. I really like this movie. There you go. Oh, man. So I'm going to start off with this bit of a disclaimer. When I saw the trailer a while ago, I pretty much wrote this off. Matter of fact, my first note going into this was about to see Grooming, the movie. I gotta say, I was wrong. I gotta say, having seen the movie, I understand why it could be a bit of a hot topic for some. So I wanted to give a small disclaimer because of, it's a little bit of a controversy around this movie. But like I said, I was also wrong having seen the movie. It's more to it than that. To be fair, like this is a movie. I understand, real life, different story, but in movie world, I think it's okay. Like, for example, a movie that was not accurate historically and was very controversial. It came out last year called The Woman King. I fucking love this movie. I understand that it's not 100% factual, but I like it as a movie. Okay? So, I hope that adds some context to this. Tangent aside, the two stars, Jennifer Lawrence and Andrew Feldman. Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there's some mad fucking birds somewhere out this window. I want to start with the stars of the lead. So, we're going to start off with the two leads here. Jennifer Lawrence and Andrew Feldman are hilarious together. Just going to say it right now. The chemistry, or the way they portray their lack of chemistry, jeez, chef's kiss, okay? The core of the movie works for me, okay? So, all right, we're starting off positive. Jennifer Lawrence, I gotta say, really, Andrew Feldman is a star in this movie, but Jennifer Lawrence takes it to another level. If you've seen Don't Look Up, you might have seen some of her comedy chops. Interviews are always hilarious with her. I don't know why she isn't in more comedies, but I'm glad to see her back. If you've seen Don't Look Up, they spent most of the movie just roasting her, specifically Jonah Hill, and I thought it was hilarious. No, she really commands this movie. Andrew Feldman's no pushover either in this as Percy. Whew. Jennifer Lawrence she put this thing, oh man. Great. She did great. Um, stop nerding out. Let's get into a con. So one thing in movies that I often hate, and age difference in couples. It's really up to the person, as long as you're a consensual adult, that's a-okay. I just kind of hate the older man, young woman trope. Very much Leonardo DiCaprio with Matthew Broderick and Laura Benanti. I believe there's like a 17-year difference, and if you've seen the trailer, you'll see Matthew Broderick is, he's all grayed out. He's like 60 years old, and Laura Benanti, she's dark brown hair. It's I believe she's like in her early 40s still. So I'm not a big fan of drastic age difference in couples. I know it happens in the real world. I'm just not a big fan of it in movies. Yeah, add that to the last statement. Not a big fan of drastic age differences in movies when it comes to couples. Okay, so there's that. Also think they worked that into the movie somehow, because if you look at the reverse situation, Maddie is 32, Percy is 19, so there you go. You have a drastic age difference there. That might have been a commentary on it, but I just personally hate that in movies, but it is what it is. Also, another con. Let's go to another con. The Percy is a virgin and very shy and introverted, so he doesn't really know what to do when pretty people are hitting on him. He's, that's not his thing. So the movie kind of hinges on the fact that he has his address, name, all that information on the outside of his backpack. Personally, he's kind of stupid at first. He is fucking smitten by Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, of course. But he is pretty stupid at first, until he's not. Maddie almost outs herself as she basically describes where Percy lives, and then she's able to quickly recover by looking at his backpack, and he has the address written on the outside. I mean, I'll let it slide. It's fine. It's just awfully convenient, and it's fine. That's a small con. Okay, that's actually not. Yeah, that's a con of mine. I'm gonna give that flat out. I just didn't care for that execution. So be it, though. Like I said, this movie is filled with just one-liners. Jennifer Lawrence is just spewing one-liners like crazy in this movie. It's ridiculous. Put her in more comedies. We need to get some more going, please. Before I get into major spoilers and, specifics, I want to say overall, this movie is a buy for me. I am going to buy a Blu-ray copy when it comes out for sure. That tells you how much I like it. So I am still working on my review rating system. But like I said, I am buying a copy of this one. So take that as a TBH recommends, whatever. Now, we can get into some spoilers, specifics, if you will. This movie is ridiculous. So, oh my God. Okay, so as I stated in the non-spoiler section, Percy is kind of stupid at the beginning because he's smitten. Somehow J-Law is able to convince Percy to let her drive him home in this unmarked van. I'm going to include that clip. You know what? Put the clip in right now.
How about I give you a ride home?
This isn't the way to my house.
It's a shortcut. You're my hostage. What you got down there?
Why?
You tried kidnapping me!
You're 19. Grow up.
There's a cage. There's a machete. There's so many random things in that. I have no idea why. Percy, come on, man. Percy. Percy wants some pussy. I get it, but damn, man, had this not been the situation it is, you would have been snatched, my guy. Be better. The comedic timing is excellent. Let me say, if you... Oftentimes in this movie, they will directly comment on like the generational differences, such as like when they're at the party and when Maddie's going through each room, everyone's just on their phones or some, just playing games or some shit.
Have you seen Percy? 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 Doesn't anyone fuck anymore?
It has a really good commentary on the drastic change from when, she was like a teenager versus now. Like, for example, homophobic slurs or comments, someone's gonna pull out their phone and record you. So watch what you say. I thought it was hilarious, personally. The commentary, like I said, really good, in my opinion. I thought it was great. There's a scene in the film when Maddie convinces Percy to go skinny dipping. All right, now, so we getting into some spoilers. If you've seen the trailer, you'll see that they go skinny dipping nude. Let me just tell you, J Law bears all in this one. She just it's all there. I thought that was one of the funniest moments in the movie. Of course, it's hot. Yep, I'm not gonna lie and say, I ain't find it. It was sexy to me, but overall, it was more funny than sexy. So, a bunch of stupid kids or teenagers, steal their clothes while Maddie and Percy are in the water. Maddie hops out and she's ass naked and gets into a fight with these kids. Oh my God. This was ridiculous. Maddie took a huge vagina punch, and I just never thought I'd say that ever in my life.
Punch!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, the nude fight scene was hilarious. I think that was like the best nude fight scene I could think of in movies. Oh man. There's not a lot that comes to my mind, believe it or not. For example, one I could think of is Let's Be Cops. There's a small little semi-fight. Nudity was heavy though. Anyway, I'm gonna put that top tier vagina punch as like that. Oh my God, that was one of the highlights of the movie for me. That whole sequence was just hilarious. Never thought I'd see someone get punched in the vagina. Yeah. So, while we're on the nude fight scene, I wanna put this out there. So J Law bears all. Percy only shows his ass. So I'm an equal opportunity guy, okay, personally. So since she bared all, I expected him to bear all as well. However, he as a person would cover up everything, because he's shy and introverted, and she just don't give a fuck. But I gotta say, like I said, equal opportunity. So since she committed, I would have loved to see him commit as well. That's a personal note. After the fight and whatnot, Percy hops on the trunk. So while naked, Percy hops on the hood of the car while Maddie is driving. They somehow they attract the cops and are effectively in a chase. And then she fucking pulls a Fast and Furious 1 moment. Oh my god, I love that as well. So so there's a moment in Fast and the Furious, the first movie, where Brian and Dom are racing past the train and they just miss it by inches, and then Dom gets hit by the truck. There's a moment like that in this movie. It's also in the trailer. I'm going to pull up a clip. That was also hilarious.
You can't outrun the cops!
Can't lose my license.
I mean, I guess it was get arrested or speed up. So, yeah, I guess speed up. However, there's a con to that. Railroads have barricades, if I'm not mistaken. Those like blockades that come down. There was no barricade whatsoever over this railroad track. And the reason I know it is because they fucking showed it. And also Percy was on the hood of the car, so he would have hit it or something. Small little nitpick. It's, you know, it's a movie. Movies got a movie. I get it. But that is something I caused. Like, okay. I mentioned how Jennifer Lawrence's comedic timing was great. Andrew Feldman is also really good. I don't really have a lot of examples of like his one-liners, but there was this moment where he promised to put out. I thought that was well done. Bravo. So there's another scene where Percy and Maddie are basically having a prom night because they both missed their original opportunities. And Percy ends up playing the piano at this restaurant. Oh, shy, introverted ass Percy. And I thought it was a huge step when he hopped up to play on the piano. However, this motherfucker could sing too. What? Go ahead, Percy. I ain't know you had it in you, okay? So, yeah, good shit, Percy. That was great. I don't know if that was the actor actually singing. I assume it was, but I don't know. Great job. There's this moment early on where Maddie and Percy use a Chinese finger trap. There's a moment later on where that trap gets used for something else. I don't really have a good way to describe it. Let's just say Chinese finger traps are meant for your fingers. Somehow, this guy didn't use his finger, but he got it in there anyway. Feel like I kind of feel bad for this guy, but he gets his dick stuck in the Chinese finger trap. Really sucks for that guy though, because it's called a Chinese finger trap and he gets something else stuck in there. So yeah. I thought that was pretty funny. So Percy ends up playing on the piano and singing Man Eater by Hall & Oates, and that's a great song. This is something I haven't heard in quite some time. That's such a great song. It brings up so many memories. Nostalgia is, I'm sorry, nostalgia gets me more often than not. And Man Eater, well, bravo. Just Hall & Oates. Now, let's get into the third act, which I found to be the weakest part of the movie. The first 2/3 are really strong. Jokes are, a mile a minute or whatever. They're effective. It's sweet sometimes. Yeah. The third act is where it sort of fell apart. It felt a little bit rushed when Maddie and Percy break up. Basically summed up as Percy overhears Maddie and the parents talking about the terms and conditions of their arrangement. And when Percy finds out, he's a dick at the dinner table. That was done really well. However, there's a scene following that in the bedroom that really wasn't a big fan of that one. There's a couple jokes there, but some a little too much for me. It felt a little rushed as far as like, oh yeah, let's break them apart, and then we inevitably gotta bring them back together. However, these two do not end up together as a couple. Nope. What I really liked about this is that they both actually went their separate ways. Percy ends up going to Princeton, and Maddie ends up selling the house and moving to California. And you know what? It didn't get wrapped up in a pretty bow, and maybe everything isn't gonna be okay. I like that ending personally. I would have thought it was cheesy if like they ended up together, because I don't know. It just didn't feel right for me. It just didn't feel right for me, relationship wise. But it's amazing that they stayed together as friends. So getting ready to wrap it up here. So overall, this is a highly recommended movie. Like I said, I will be buying a copy when it comes out on Blu-ray. So overall, I gotta say, it's a pretty positive review overall. There's some issues. No movie is perfect, but this is a movie I will be adding to my collection for sure. And if you've seen it, please let me know how you felt about it. The trailers can be deceiving. I didn't expect a good movie. I just expected to laugh. I expected a funny movie from the trailers. I didn't expect a good movie from it. And I gotta say, this feels like a good movie. The reviews are coming in around, I think, like 65%. I don't do number percentages personally, but if I'm buying it, what more of a recommendation do you need? So this movie definitely gets the TVH stamp of approval for sure. And if you've seen it, please let me know if you like it. I thought it was really good. If you've seen it, please leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it. Did you hate it? Did you like it? Did you like the beach scene at least? Let me know. All right, folks. I think that's about it for this review. Very recently, I've just started doing reviews with I Am Cincinnati Man. Link in the description here. We've reviewed Fast X, The Flash. We're going to review a retro movie, Batman vs. Superman. We have a lot of things coming up. And, of course, a bunch of solo reviews as well with me, myself, and I. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on because I post just about every weekend. Sometimes I get a small little short video here and there throughout the week, but just about every weekend you can expect something from me. It may not always be this in depth, but just thank you. Thanks for stopping by, and we thank you at TVH Studios. This is TVH signing out. Deuces.